Hi everybody. I just thought I'd get on here for a few minutes. I'm taking a break from cleaning. I've been cleaning for a couple days. I am, doing kind of spring cleaning, washing curtains and all that kind of stuff. But I am taking a little break right now. So I thought I would just get on here and talk to you about what I'm doing and some stuff that's coming up. And so right now I am working on some little scrappy critters. I have I made some paper out of just little scraps I had, and I cut out some little critters and monsters and things like that. And I'm gonna make some, well, I did start some postcards. I'm going to do some twinchies and some ATCs with them. And I thought I'll just work on that a little bit while I'm talking to you. But one of the things I wanted to say was that I wanted to thank everybody that subscribed to my channel. I have over 200 subscribers now, and so I'm really excited about that. And when I get to 300, I would like to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 prizes, and I'm not sure exactly what all they'll be, but I have some ideas. I know one of the things, I'll give you a little sneak peek here, is one of the things I'm going to give away is one of these Bella Grace magazines. If they're really nice. There's prompts in here for you can journal in them. Have great stories in them. It's just a nice book. It's kind of a feel-good book, and gives you lots of ideas and things like that. And like there's a prompt for practicing kindness daily. They're really nice. So I have an extra one of these, so I'm going to include that in one of the prizes. So that's one thing. And then I'm not, like I said, I'm kicking around some ideas. I have some ideas of what else I'd like to give for prizes, so I'm going to work on that. But right now, today, I'm working on these little scrappy critters. And over at Pink Poodle Pack, they are doing a scrap swap or challenge, and check Stacy out, Stacy Evans at on Facebook. She's Pink Poodle Pack Creative Crafty Playground. Check her out on Facebook. She's also on YouTube. She's lots of fun. The whole group is fun. Everybody has a great time. And she's on Facebook, and that's Pink Poodle Pack on on YouTube. I'll try to link it. I'm not, I've never done that before, so I'm not really sure how that works, and I'll try to do it. And also, I had already finished a swap with scraps and things like that for Let's Make a Mess with Dawn, and she is also on Facebook and YouTube, so check those two out. If you have lots of scraps and you want to know what to do with them, they're 2 great people to go to. There's plenty of other YouTubers out there. My little dog is jumping up and down over here. Oh, now she's trying to get the cat. But so check them out, and you'll have lots of fun. They're great people, and there's lots of great YouTubers out there. So anyway, so that's what I'm working on right now. And like I said, I just want to get rid of some of these scraps. So I made some little scrappy little monsters and critters and things. So anyway, like I said, I've been cleaning. I'm cleaning things just get, out out of control. You know, you just get things, you know, like the top of my refrigerator has so much stuff on top of it. I don't, you know, you don't know what else to do with it. Put it on top of the refrigerator, right? And I've got to get that cleaned off. I can't stand it anymore. It's like, I don't even know what's up there anymore. I'll be surprised when I get up there and clean it all off. And, you know, I might find something I've been looking for ages. I don't know. Took the curtains down. I'm cleaning the curtains and wiped down walls. And, oh, I don't know. I'm just, but I want to get all my housework done. I am getting company later this week, and so I want to have all my housework done, everything ready, because Monday it is supposed to be super nice, and I want to be outside working in the yard. So I'm trying to kind of keep focused on getting everything done in the house, and telling myself, once you get this all done, you can go out and play in the yard. So I love yard work. So I cannot wait to get on the riding tractor and with my iced tea and just ride around mowing grass, you know, picking up sticks and, you know, that kind of stuff. So we have lots of trees in our yard, so there's sticks everywhere. I have a burn area there where I'll build a big bonfire with all my sticks. It'll be a nice evening out. I can sit by the bonfire, listen to the whippoorwills and the bullfrogs and the spring peepers and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that'll keep me motivated to get everything done in here that I need to get done. I really hate housework. I mean, I do it because you have to do it, but man, I don't mind laundry. I actually like to do the laundry. I like doing the laundry. I don't mind, you know, washing dishes, and I don't mind cooking at all. I like cooking, but I hate just regular housework, dusting and running the sweeper, all that stuff. I just don't like it. And my carpets need scrubbed up here. So I'm going to do that early Monday morning so that then I can just go outside and spend the rest of the day outside. I'm excited about it. It's been so nice. It's a little bit cool here today. It's like, I don't know, in the low 50s probably right now. It'll warm up a little bit. But, still a little bit cool outside. And it's supposed to be that way today and tomorrow. But, you know, it's spring weather. I mean, it is spring weather. It's finally quit that crazy snowing stuff and all that. And the grass is beautiful green. I was running an errand the other day, and it was like a 40-minute drive to get to where I was going, and through the countryside, and oh, it was just so nice to see the hills green, and some of the trees are starting to get leaves on them, and the red bud trees are blooming. Oh, I just love the red bud trees. You know, that they're in the woods, and it just gives you that kind of purple hue to the woods, and it's just so pretty. We have a whole bunch of red buds up on the hill here, and it's just beautiful. So, and then there's, you know, we have lots of farms here, and most people raise cattle here, Black Angus cattle, and the little calves are out, you know, in the field with their mamas, and they're just so adorable. And down the road we have some people that have sheep, and all the little lambs are just like jumping around in the green grass. They're so adorable. They're so cute. So I'm enjoying the spring, seeing lots of deer in herds, and they'll soon be having fawns. And so I'm looking forward to seeing those in our field. So we have a pond, a pretty big pond, and the fish are jumping, and the bullfrogs are out there, and excuse me, I have a cough. But the bullfrogs are making lots of noise now in the evening, and the fish are jumping. So spring is here. Yay. Very thankful for getting to live in such a beautiful place. You know, I just love the hills here. We kind of live in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and so it's like rolling hills, and so pretty. So pretty. I mean, I lived in central Pennsylvania for over 40 years in the mountains, and you know, they're beautiful. The mountains are beautiful, but I like it here as well. I mean, I do like the rolling hills and all the farms, and I just like it a lot. I've had a busy week with the cleaning and everything, and then, like I said the other day, I had to run an errand. If you, you know, are sensitive about talking about, you know, you don't eat meat or something, you might want to mute me, because I'm going to tell you a little story about our beef cow. So so you might want to mute me if you don't want to hear that. But I'll give you two thumbs up, you know, when I'm done talking about it. But anyway, we had a beef cow. We got it from a farmer down the road. We had gotten him last year. And my husband, it was my husband's idea. He's like, let's get a cow, you know, and raise it. Which, you know, is good. You know what it eats, you know, that's been taken care of, and, you know, there's no, you're not giving it stuff that, you know, gonna hurt you later or whatever. So I agreed that, yes, you know, we'll get a cow and we'll raise it. So with the understanding that, like, it's not a pet. It's not a pet. It's, you know, to feed us. And so, you know, don't name it. I said to my husband, please don't name it. We'll just, and he said, well, we'll just call it by its tag number, or refer to it, you know, by its tag number or whatever. Just call it the steer or whatever. So I said, yeah, that's fine. We're not naming it. It's not a pet. You know, I don't want the kids to think it's a pet, things like that. So we got it. The farmer brought it over, put it in our pasture, And my husband was home, and he came up to the house after they unloaded him and said that this deer's name was Timmy. And I said, I thought we weren't going to name him. Well, that's what the farmer was calling him. And I think that, you know, he was trying to pull the wool over my eyes. He just wanted to name the cow. Because he said, well, you know, the farmer was saying Tim, 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 you know. That's just how they get them to come to him. But his name really isn't Timmy. But he wasn't calling him Timmy. He has hundreds of cows. I'm sure he doesn't name them all. But anyway, so, you know, I tried to call him Timmy 124, but, you know, after a while you just revert to Timmy. So anyway, I fed him and took care of him, but, you know, he wasn't a pet. You know, my husband, he would go, you know, he'd be like all excited if he got to like pet the cow. Like, and I'm like, why are you trying to pet him? You know, don't pet him. You know, then when time to take them to the market, you won't want to, you know, you want to keep them. So I said, don't, you know, I'm not petting him. So, you know, he was nice, and I'm thankful for him, but, yeah, I didn't want to make him into a pet, you know, like, I'm going to have him come over for dinner, but I don't want, you know, it's not like I'm going to, you know, say, you know, hey, Timmy, and, you know, would you like another glass of wine? He's not, you know, not that kind of invite for dinner. So I said, so anyway, we had him for a while because I didn't know. These are things I'm learning about being, having a little farm and raising your own food. And one of the things is that it takes a really long time to get an appointment at the butcher. Which people would say, well, you make sure to call ahead because it's going to take a while. But I thought a while was like 4 weeks, not 4 months. And it took 4 months till I could get an appointment. So by that time, Timmy had gotten rather large. So, a few weeks ago, like, well, week and a half or whatever ago, it was his appointment, and we took him, one of our friends came down and loaded him up in the cattle trailer. We loaded him up, and they took him to the market. And so then the girl from the market called me and asked me, you know, the questions. What did I want? Did I want the whole cow, she said. I said I did. And she asked me, you know, what kind of cuts I wanted and all that other stuff. So I anyway, so I, you know, it was like, I don't know, a few days later, and they called me and said he was ready. Said your beef is ready, and come pick it up, you know, on Thursday. So I was like, okay. And she told me what the price was, and I did not ask the price for, you know, per pound. When they do it that way. I thought I kind of had an idea because when my dad was living, we had a couple longhorns here on the farm, and we had taken one to the market, and I kind of remembered, you know, how many pounds we had gotten from this longhorn, and about approximately what it had cost per pound. So I was kind of going by that. But the thing about longhorns is they're very lean. And they have real long legs. And so you don't get as much meat out of a longhorn as you do the kind of steer we had. We had a black Angus. So, I wasn't really surprised by the price, because I kind of thought I knew how much per pound. And I had in my mind that it was probably going to be 450, 500 pounds of actual beef. That's what I had in my mind. But, and we have an upright freezer, and I had it completely cleaned out, and I was ready. And so, anyhow, I went to pick it up. And I was, told the girl to counter my name, and she hollered to the back to get the beef and bring it out. And anyway, so I'm paying her, and I didn't really look on my slip. I just paid, what she told me I owed. And I see these two young men coming out, and they've got this skid on a hand cart, and this skid was loaded with boxes. I mean loaded. It had these huge boxes, and it was piled up. So I was like, I hope, surely that's not all mine. I hope that's not all mine, because I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Well, anyway, so I think I might have had a moment there. I look on my receipt, on my slip, and I do think maybe I blacked out for just a second, because it said 790 pounds. I was like, what am I going to do with 790 pounds of beef? Where am I going to put it? I have an upright freezer, like I said, and it was completely empty, and it's a pretty big one. But there's no way. I can tell by looking at it, there's no way this beef is going to fit in there. So I call my husband, and thank the good Lord, he only had to work a few hours that morning, and then he was going to come home. And I called him, and he said he was already there. He was already at home, and I said, that's good, because you're not going to believe how much beef this is. So I tell him, he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Well, I'll get it unloaded, and, it'll be fine. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to be able to fit all this in the freezer. So I get home, and my poor husband had to unload all those big heavy boxes, bring them in the house, and I start unloading it, and putting it in the freezer. And I get through half of it, and my freezer is completely full. There's not another space for anything in there. And I said to my husband, I don't know what we're going to do. What are we going to do? So, well, we have to go buy a new freezer. So we made some phone calls, and we had to go over to a town that's about 15, 17 something miles away, and buy a big chest freezer. And we bought a pretty big one. And even when I was done loading it up, it was almost completely full. So I guess all the kids will be taking coolers home with beef in it when they come to visit, because that was just craziness. I couldn't believe it was that much. I don't know what I was thinking. These are things I'm just going to have to learn, I guess. But I was like, oh my gosh. It'll take forever to eat all that up. But I kept count of like how much stuff there was, as far as like how many things of ground beef and all that. There was like 300 pounds of ground beef. That, and I was like, oh my gosh. Plus all these steaks and roasts and everything, which, you know, I mean, it's good. It's good in a way, but I was like, oh my gosh, I was not prepared for that. So, I'll know in the next time, but it'll be quite a while before we get another one. It'll be a while before we have to get another one, that's for sure. So, anyway, okay, that's my story. So, I'm done talking about it. So, I'm going to give 2 thumbs up that you can unmute me now, because I'm not talking about what we're eating for dinner. So, but anyway, I'm ready for some outdoor activity. I'm ready for the kids to come in the summer and pitch some tents outside, and they like to sleep outside. Well, my one daughter, she came well, she comes often, but she was here for a while last summer, and she had come for like a week, and she has a couple dogs, and she decided that she was just going to pitch a tent in the yard, and she would just, you know, stay out there in the yard and in her tent and kind of camp out, you know, with the dogs. So she did set the tent up, and she was close to the house, you know, she wasn't far from the house or anything. And so I think she maybe stayed out there 1 or 2 nights because the coyotes started howling, and they were super close to the house. So she was nervous about it, and she decided that she didn't want to sleep out there with the coyotes being that close to the house. It is kind of an eerie sound, you know, when they start howling. But they usually don't come too close to the house. We've seen them up in the field and stuff, but you can hear them down in the woods. They do sound kind of eerie. So anyway, well, I have to get back to work. I have a lot of housework to do, so I can get out there and do my yard work. So I will talk to everybody later. I'll see y'all later. And I just want to thank everybody again for subscribing. And please share this video, and you know, so we can get to 300 subbies. And I thank you all. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, thanks. Bye.